Old school Louisville boy like Reese Gaines. I know we were cool back then, but things changed. Your chick give me brain, my chicken's free range. Reporting live from the 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 19 of the Crack Paddles podcast. It's been a hot minute. I am your host, Alex Crum, aka AC, alongside my cohort, Kevin Dong, aka
KD.
KD, it is very, very good to see you. I feel like it's been quite a while since we.
I know we gotta catch up. This is a live catch-up session, you know.
Yeah, so we're gonna take you guys along with it. We're gonna talk APP. We're gonna talk PPA, Virginia Beach, Lifetime Open. We're gonna talk Dennis the Menace Uspensky. I know that there's a lot of people out there in the comments that are like, "Why are we giving this guy a platform?" And I agree with that to a certain extent, but I think highlighting the bad or what you don't want to see in the sport going forward can be a positive overall. And honestly, it's just a wild situation. So I feel like we have to touch on that a little bit. Kevin, how are you?
I'm good. I got lots to work on, lots to learn from the APP Fort Lauderdale Open that I just played. So got a lot on my mind between that, got catching up on work and stuff like that. But you know, it's a busy time of year.
It's a busy time of the year, and it's only going to get busier, buddy. You better start doing your Christmas shopping, all that stuff.
Yeah. How about you? How's life?
For the holidays. I'm fine, Kevin. I'm fine. I think same as you, there's a lot of holes in my game that I feel right now, especially on the doubles court. I've been working hard here in Louisville, but the reality is that I am the only pro player in the city of Louisville. I mean, yeah, there is maybe one or two guys, a couple senior pros, but nobody who's playing APP, PPA, or anything regularly. So, yeah, it's just been tough, especially in doubles, to feel like I'm improving. Because I feel like, especially in doubles, you need the high-level competitive reps consistently in order to make big strides. And so that's been a little bit frustrating, but I am going down to Florida sooner than later, so I need to make the best with what I have at my disposal. Again, other than that, I think the biggest thing for me is just getting better mentally, being more energetic, having some life out there. And I'll talk about that more. I had a little bit of an epiphany on my 74-hour drive home from Virginia Beach, just as far as what I'm giving, what I'm bringing, what are my goals out here. So I'll touch on that later. But I guess for starters, we'll start with Dennis the Menace Uspensky. Oh, okay.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
Just want to tease that at the end, we're going to talk about some paddles.
Oh, yeah,
so
okay. I didn't
we're going to add a little more paddle talk to the podcast. So let us know if you liked to talk about paddles and hear about them, or if you're like, I know what I'm playing with. I don't need anything else. You know,
I feel like everybody, unless you're a signed player to a certain company, everyone is pretty invested into the latest paddle technology, and anything that can make their game 2 to 3% better is something that most people will do. So
I had a couple of friends who are signed with paddle companies that were like, dude, I love hearing your thoughts on paddles. So I was like, oh, like really? Like, aren't you locked in? And they're like, yeah, but I just love hearing about it. So I was like, oh, all right, maybe the audience is there for us.
Yeah, well, it's like when in some relationships, this isn't always the case, but if you're out at dinner and you see a cute blonde walk in, the girlfriend may say it's okay to look, and that's it.
All right, next topic. All right, let's go to Dennis.
I wasn't saying you, Kevin.
Let's go to Dennis.
Not even me.
I'm for your sake. Let's go to Dennis.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I don't think Jordan's listening to the podcast these days. Maybe she is.
Anyway, all right, so Dennis Uspensky.
Dennis Uspensky. Okay, Dennis Uspensky. Is by now, if you're watching this, you're probably aware that video has gone mega viral of him cheating pretty blatantly at the Challenger event, and then again in Fort Lauderdale, also issuing some homophobic slurs, which we obviously don't condone. Then he doubled down online about his antics, basically saying he thinks he did nothing wrong, culminating with his appearance on the Pickle Pod with Zayd Navratil, which, again, did not do him any favors. You were on the ground in Fort Lauderdale when Uspensky Gate was all transpiring, Kevin. What do you make of
Yeah.
the situation?
I didn't really know what was going on, and then all of a sudden, people kept showing me the same video over and over again. Everyone I ran into was like, "Hey, have you seen this?" And funnily enough, so Dennis made it through APP singles qualifiers, and he ended up playing my good buddy Brandon Lane first round in singles. So Brandon said that, maybe he looked like he was in his own head a little bit, where he didn't want to cause a scene against him. So they just played a nice, clean match. It was pretty tame, and Brandon won in 3 games. So the guys clearly got some game. But yeah, the things that I heard afterwards were wild. Like, so Dennis and his girlfriend Amanda Rosati were supposed to be in my quadrant of the mixed doubles qualifiers later on Thursday, and they ended up withdrawing. So yeah, it's all a little unclear to me if Amanda withdrew or if Dennis was not allowed to play. Like, did the APP take action, or did Amanda choose to withdraw? Because I know she also withdrew from women's doubles, so she didn't play in either event. So it was all a little murky on what the real story was, but obviously it was definitely a top pick because he was there competing on Thursday.
Sure. Yeah, I mean the whole scene is wild. I saw this video like pretty early on. I don't remember. I think I was just getting in the car about to drive home, and I saw it, and me and Camilla Zilvetti were like tweeting about it or something, and I was like, this is gonna go more viral than any pickleball video. Because it's that blatant, it's that bad. Just listening to the guy talk, he clearly lacks all self-awareness, I think in pickleball, sometimes people like latch on to like the, all publicity is good publicity kind of thing. And like, it's just not true. You know what I mean? Like, if you walk around and you carry yourself like a jerk or you cheat or yada, 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 like people they're not going to like you. Brands aren't going to want to work with you. You're not going to get good partners. Like, it's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. Like, go out there. Obviously, in between the lines, things sometimes get fiery and there's close calls and this, that, and third, but like egregious cheating, slurring, and then doubling down on it. Like, I think in his head, genuinely, like he thought he was killing it, that like this going viral was like somehow good for his brand. He could not be more wrong. So there's no place in the game for like blatant cheating. I mean, I know people.
I mean, verbal abuse.
Yeah, verbal abuse,
like, homophobic slurs,
yeah,
and threats.
So
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, maybe he'll be allowed to play. I think it was good that UPA moved in and like because I think that if they didn't, he would have, God knows what he would have done. So just like setting a precedent for like, all right, we'll ban you right away. Like what you're doing is not what we want to see. Was a good thing. Again, I think the guy seriously has some serious issues, obviously. And I hope everyone gets help who is, but it's hard to feel bad for the guy, but I think he clearly, like, if you watch his interview with Navratil, like I texted Zane, I'm like, this boy is just special. Like there is just none of this is registering. And the funniest thing, and I said this on the comment, like the funniest thing was he justified his cheating by the fact that his opponent was upset he wouldn't give him a warm-up. So like, in a singles match and in doubles, there is this 3 to 4 minute warm up, which is basically just a throwaway, right? Like no one's out there like warming up with full intensity. Everyone warms up before their matches, but you hit for 3 minutes, hit a few serves, hit a few returns, start your match. It's universally accepted. Everyone does it. Well, supposedly Uspensky just decided, you know what? No, I'm not going to warm this guy up. And the guy's like, are you kidding me? Like, they know each other well. He's like, you're not going to hit with me for 3 minutes before the match? Everyone does it. Uspensky said no. Ferreira, or whatever his name is, he was upset about that. And that was what Uspensky used to justify his cheating. So I thought that was funny as well. But yeah, no place for it. I mean, kid's going to end up in jail if he doesn't watch it.
Hey, look, like there is... like part of the beauty of pickleball is that it's full of so many different characters. Like there's just so many different personalities, so many different kinds of people, and everyone can get along or at least coexist in pickleball. But when every one of those characters and this massive web of range of personalities all universally do not accept this one character,
Right,
you
right.
know it's bad, right?
Correct.
And look, sure, you groupthink isn't always the best thing, but this is like a whole nother level of crossing every line.
Right, and that's a good point by you because there are a lot of like beefs in pickleball, which I like try to stay away, like, between paddle companies and owners of certain social media platforms and others, and players have their little things, and I try to stay away from all of it. I don't think I have any ops, at least not to my knowledge. But when everyone and their brother is like, this guy sucks, well, you probably suck then, brother. So again, I wish him the best. Hope he gets help.
Yes.
And
I mean, hey, I hope that at some point the 90-day ban, he said he's going to train and come back to be the best in the world because it's not that hard to be the best at pickleball in the world. Hey, I hope that he gets some time to reflect and
the Uspensky comes back and he's the people's champ.
I just hope that he has some time for some internal reflection.
90-day suspension. He comes out there and he like beats Ben and Gabe first time. Shit, Uspensky was right.
Hey, too good at that point. Too good, but hey, you still gotta treat people like they're humans. So
yeah, me and Ava Ignatovich, we played doubles against each other in Las Vegas, and we were thinking about competing and matching Uspensky jerseys, but.
Oh my God.
It could be a bad look.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right, moving on from Uspensky. Kevin, let's talk a little bit about your experience in Fort Lauderdale. I know it was hot. I know it was rainy. That's September in Florida. So how was your overall experience down there?
So it's crazy because it was like 90% humidity the entire week. It was like
it's
right
the worst. It's generally the worst.
It was like you're playing in the rain without it actually raining. Like the lines were literally slick from the humidity, but like you couldn't really do anything about it. So like if the ball hit the line, it was skidding. Like that's that's just how wet it was without being wet. And which is fine. Hey, look, everyone's playing under the same conditions, right? But in mixed doubles, I play with Helen Toe. She's always fun to play with. She's very, very different than playing with Allie. It's like completely different skill sets. Like Allie's like, let's get to the kitchen, grind 1,000 balls at the kitchen and counter everything well. And Helen also has good counters, but she's like, loves the more like, I guess, dynamic or chaotic style of play, right? And someone was watching and said like, you two really are cut from the same cloth of chaos. So I was like, yeah, that's about right. But yeah, I mean, like we won our first 2 rounds of mixed. Would have loved to play Dennis Uspensky in the second round, but unfortunately we were robbed of that situation.
Damn! Imagine if Uspensky like killed you mid match, like man,
it's literally like on film.
Yeah,
like
it's streamed on
the Fatal Strike.
Yeah, Uspensky just like chucks the boomstick at kitchen and neck. Dude,
yeah,
the pod would do serious numbers, bro.
Yeah, you'd lose a co-host, but you'd get some viral videos.
Dude, I'd get beat on in a heartbeat. All right, Kevin. I don't wish that on you, but I do wish you would have played Uspensky.
Yeah. But anyway, so we ended up winning 2 rounds in mixed qualifiers, got to the final round, and we lost to the team that got 9th place, Leah Tauber and Callan Dawson. I mean, look, to make the main draw, you gotta beat main draw teams. That's just a fact of APP qualifiers because the draws are so small. So many main draw teams are in the qualifiers, and yeah, like I feel like it wasn't like Helen and I played poorly, but I feel like I overreacted and overadjusted to a couple of points. Like I was playing pretty big in the beginning of the match for the first third or first half, and I was putting a lot of pressure by playing big, not winning every point or anything by any means. But then we lost a string of points from like net cords or crazy hands, like unlucky hands battles where like Callan hit a backhand from like 2 feet from to the right of his face. He hit a backhand counter like winner. And I was like, I don't know how to read that too good. Like, and I feel like to me it kind of triggered like a mental switch of like, okay, I'm trying to play big and it's not working. Okay, then I started getting a lot more timid and putting like no pressure on them. And it's like, no, like that's just bad data. It's like these anomalies happen. It's going to even out if you keep playing enough points, but you shouldn't be changing the entire way you're playing just because a couple things don't go your way. And unless it's directly because of the way you're playing. And for me, it was like, yeah, like got a little more timid. Helen and I missed a couple of thirds, like a serve each, and it was like, oh, like we were getting side outs, but we just weren't scoring because we weren't getting in as much, and I wasn't putting any pressure once we did get in. So for me,
you're also playing to 15, correct?
Yeah, it was one game to 15.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why. I don't know why.
It was one game to 15 because of all the rain.
Oh, really? So it was going to be 2 out of 3. They have some, normally, I thought they switched. Okay.
Yeah, typically it's 2 out of 3 to 11, but because of all the rain and everything, they were.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Yeah, exactly. And again, everyone's dealing with the same conditions, right?
Yeah.
Same scoring, same format. And that's just one thing I've realized. Like, it's not the first time I've done that, where like I take data points from the result of losing the point, but it's like, okay, well, like that wasn't a bad decision or it wasn't a bad shot. We just didn't win the point, right? And I've overreacted to that. So I just need to be able to like separate the unlucky stuff from like valuable data points, like mid-match.
Right.
So,
well, you're also having to do that in like on the fly. It's not
exactly.
Like even if you had like a 10-minute, if you had 5 minutes to think about it, you probably would have made the correct decision. But in the moment, like it's pretty reactionary. So
yeah. So just trying not to overreact. Being way more solid on thirds. That's something I'm always trying to work on. Those are like my main takeaways from mixed. But men's doubles, I was, in my right side era, and I would say this is the first pro tournament that I've played, 90+% of the points on the right side. And I was playing with Etienne from Austin, or he's a French Canadian guy who's living in Austin now. And dude, he's a sick left side player. Like, I don't know if you know Etienne, but to be honest, I didn't really know a whole lot about him. And with
I know he's a good doubles player. I don't. And he's been playing for a while now. I feel like I've seen his name for like years before when I even started.
I think he's like a 5'9" or 6'0" technically, but look, I mean, he plays a lot on the APP and gets wins there, so it's like that doesn't go into duper. Right. But he's got a win over him, and Maria beat Matt Wright and Lucy Kovalova, so that's a pretty sick win. And yeah, like dude, like he was rock solid on the left side. Like anything you would want a left side player to do, he was doing it. Like he was rock solid on his dinks. He was big on fourths, and he put the fourth shots like right at people's feet or right to open space. He had great thirds. And it was like, oh, like I can do whatever I want, and like this guy's setting me up. I'm not even setting him up. He's setting me up. Like he was setting me up for like Ernie's from the right side and like flicks and stuff. And like in the first round we had a battle of the Ohio guys. So it was me and Etienne versus Jason McNulty and Eduardo Irizarry.
Glad somebody could take out McNulty for me after all this time.
For beating you in singles in your first tournament ever?
Correct.
Yeah. And when you're playing a couple buddies of yours, it's like you always have a chip on your shoulder, right? Like and on top of that, I had asked Eduardo to play a tournament, and it just didn't work out. So it was like, oh, like there's just extra motivation whenever like a potential partner doesn't play with you, and then you end up playing them like right after you ask, right?
You're like, let me show you that I don't suck.
You're right. It's like, all right, hopefully this is like, a sign of like, hey, like, I'm functional, Yeah. And and honestly, we played really well. And Etienne, like, I'm telling you, Etienne grinded 50,000 backhand dinks cross court, and if they went up the line, I was earning, and if they went cross court, he was either flicking or just dinking until they missed. It was like a dink clinic. It was insane. Second match, we played the two giants, Eric Lang and Casey Diamond, and dude, like I just had forgotten how much reach actually makes a difference. Like they just took every dink out of the air. Everything. And
Casey's so good at that.
Yeah. And then Eric Lang is like 6'5" or something. Like it's insane. And like I would say the entire weekend, my right side, or the entire day, my right side dinking was great. Except in that match, because they kept taking things out of the air and just rolling it so hard.
Rolling it right back across it, across your body, out wide.
And Etienne was trying,
probably,
Yeah, no, they didn't really earn it. But Etienne told me kind of during the match, I just couldn't like fully process how to implement the change. But he was like, dude, like you don't need to cover middle when you're dinking like this. Like I was so eager to like, because they're taking everything out of the air, I thought they were speeding up through the middle.
Yeah.
So I was trying to cover that so hard and slide left to the middle, and then I'd be exposed when they rolled it out wide even harder.
Yeah.
So for me, it was like, okay, like until they prove that they're going to burn me through the middle, which they might not because I can still get there in one step, and Etienne is there with his forehand.
Yeah.
Until they prove that they're going to burn us through the middle, I don't need to like leave the entire roll across court wide open. And unfortunately, you know, I mean, we played really well outside of that one thing that gave them enough points to win the match. So it's one of those things where like, okay, that was a learning experience. It doesn't feel good to miss out on quarters, but it happens. You know, go to the back draw.
But those are two very, very good doubles players, obviously. And
yeah,
I mean, again, as a unit, they're both 6'3". Casey's probably not. Casey's probably 6'2". And Casey's a pretty dynamic. Like he's very good at the line.
Yeah, and I you know, if we're looking at Duper, sure, like we're pretty heavy underdogs. I think like they're like 6'5" and 6'3" Duper or something like that. But like, hey, again, like if you want to be a pro, you gotta beat pros. You know, like there's
Is
no like.
Casey a 6'3" now?
I think so.
Damn, good.
Dude, he's
him.
pretty good. He's been playing.
No. He
He plays like a 6'3".
Play. Oh no, I know he does. I just didn't know how that would be. I guess like all the Asia stuff.
Oh, he's 6'2". He's 6'2".
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I mean that.
Yeah.
No, Casey like is again. I played some rec with him before, and it was just like very easy to play with him, especially like me, like just ripping everything. Like he doesn't miss dinks, he makes his drops. Like he has good hands. He's like a solid, very, very like solid pro doubles player.
Yeah, dude. All pros don't miss thirds. They don't miss fifths, sevenths, ninths. Like that's a big thing that I feel like that's my biggest gap is like I'm just a little volatile in my transition. Like I can crash really well, but I still got to keep working on third, fifth, seventh, ninth, 11th, 13th, or 13 shot lob, 15 shot drive.
Yeah,
you know?
well, when you're playing with a Franklin in Florida in September, yeah, maybe the 29th shot drop. That ball comes back, man.
Right.
Ball comes back.
But really quickly, back draw, we beat a good team that's gotten bronze before in men's doubles, so that was clutch. And we were down like, I think it was like 9-1 and 11-3 we were down or something, and we won 15-13. So that was kind of crazy. But yeah, I mean, then you enter like hour 5 or 6 of the day because you warm up before all these matches, right? And then like, the second back draw match, like I'm not gonna lie, like my legs were going, energy was at an all-time low. Like I couldn't even like pump it up, and like, I mean, Etienne and I both feed off of each other's energy. So like, yeah, like I was kind of, we were up 8-2 and 10-6, and it was like the reverse of the previous match. But in this time, I was just like waddling around the court because I was just like struggling physically in the humidity and heat. And I think, dude, like it's one of those things where I'm like, man, like I was chugging water, electrolytes. Like, what more can I do? Like, it literally was just that crazy. And to be fair, like Robert Slutsky, great guy, great player, phenomenal player. Second round of the day, the guy full body cramped. Like, I believe it, dude. Insane. I was watching it. Like, they had match point against Ryler and Kyle Kazuda. Ryler and Kyle went on to go to the finals.
Yeah.
Brandon Lane and Robert Slutsky had match point on them, lose match point, and then Slutsky bends over, pukes all over the court, falls to the ground, continues puking while he's laying sideways.
Jesus.
Like, that's how much it was just like.
Did they finish the match? Did they clean it up and finish the match, or what?
No. And in fact, this is kind of tough. I don't know how I don't know how you feel about this, but Ryler, as soon as Slutsky puked, goes, "We're done here," and he starts walking away. Like they had won the match. Didn't even say like, "Yo, are you okay? Are you alive?" Like Slutsky like literally got carried out on a stretcher to the hospital. Like, I'm like, dude, like this is another. I mean, I like Ryler, but I was like, okay, like in the heat of the moment, that was not the right thing to do. Like,
Were you watching the match?
Yeah, I was watching the match. Like Kyle was like, "Yeah,
wait, so hold
on.
This is good intel for me. So if somebody Ralphs, if somebody Ralphs on your court, it's an automatic def. or just because he like went down, you were like, he ain't getting up.
Exactly. He was like, okay, there's clearly no like Slutsky was clearly cramping like the entire second game,
Yeah.
and I think Ryder was just like, okay, he's definitely not going to be able to play another point. Like,
Yeah.
he can't. Like the guy literally can't walk. Like he cannot get up from his position. Like it was insane.
Just imagine like the guy's down there, he's like, "Ugh," and then you let out like a Richard Liverneese. Like, that's what I'm doing next time.
Dude, it was hard. It was hard to watch. He was literally puking like 5 times in a row, like on himself.
Yeah, that's messed up, man. Well, I
Yeah.
hope he's all good.
He did make a recovery, but he did go to the hospital. You know, the intel I got.
Man.
he's
I listen.
doing fine.
I told you guys down in Orlando, like this is my gauge. Like if I go through a pair of shorts in one match, I know that it's too hot. I said that before. I'm like, dude, when you're like, it's just not even pleasant. Like
No.
you're like warming up, and you're like, okay, like I'm
Yeah.
soaked. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Dude,
literally
on mixed day, like Helen and I warmed up for 20 minutes, and we were like, we need a break. Like, if we warm up for an hour and a half, we're gonna be toast by the first match.
It's like a popsicle. Yeah, it's no fun. It's no fun.
Yeah.
By the time I play in Florida, it'll be like end of November, so hopefully a little nicer.
Speaking of Richard Liverneese, like he had like 2 different pairs of shoes that he was wearing throughout the day, and neither of them he could keep dry. Like they were both like
I know. That's like when in Orlando, I'm like, dude, I'm gonna need another pair of moccasins here. Like, I didn't even think about that. You know what I mean? Because obviously you're not going through your shoes unless you have some sort of condition.
Yeah. Anyway,
but
that was my APP Fort Lauderdale experience.
Not
glad that the next one
is
is in Mesa. Well,
oh yeah, a little drier.
Not bad at all, but it's like it's one of those things where like I was playing well, so it's like I can only be so mad when I was playing well. But I'm still pissed.
Yeah. Well, that's your competitor. You're supposed to be mad.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll wrap APP. So you got Mesa next, and that is early November, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
No, so you actually don't have that long to wait, which is good.
Nope.
November,
playing that
like,
one with
5th?
Claudio Garcia and Glauca Carvajal.
Wow, Team España.
Yeah, exactly. Both my partners.
España. And what I assume, are you gonna play? You guys gonna play straight up, play left, play right?
We're playing me on the left.
Okay.
So it's very short-lived right side arrow, but
Claudio's good on the right, man. He's steady. You guys will like. He's fiery. I think you'll be a good pair.
Yeah. No, I'm
one of the
excited.
worst doubles matches I ever played in my life was with Claudio. Poor Claudio. It seems like that's I'm like, oh, actually, it was with Benitez. Like, nah, I had a good doubles match. It
wasn't with Jack Foster.
Yeah, actually, no. It might have been with Jack Foster. You guys just wait, man. My doubles, once I get down there to South Florida, I'm telling you. Hey, look, I've won. Let me just say this. I have won. I've played in 4 PPA tournaments. I have won 3 of 4 first round matches in men's doubles.
There you go.
So,
there you go.
Just saying.
All right.
So anyway,
speaking of your doubles, let's go to PPA.
All right. Well, first of all, before this, I want to give a quick shout out to our friends at Midwest Racquet Sports. Saw a really cool video of our friend Bryson with his long, crazy man hair hitting with the new Engage paddle. You guys know I'm a Proton guy, but Midwest Racquet Sports has all the paddles, bags, shoes, etc. you could ever want or need, and some incredible discounts at the moment. Like some of the shoes, you can get a great pair of shoes at Asics, Nike, etc. for like $70, $80. So MidwestRacketSports.com. Use code CP15. We love everything they do. Thanks to them for supporting us. Go check them out.
Awesome.
Thanks. Awesome. All right. PPA Virginia Beach. It was fine. I mean, I was in Orlando the whole week prior, riding rides, hanging out with my girlfriend, not playing pickleball. So got there a day early, spent the full day practicing on Monday, felt fine. On Tuesday, I won my singles match, 11-0, 11-2 against Luke Wasson. He's a super nice kid. I don't know. I don't think he had much belief that he was going to compete with me. And again, like I think he expected to lose. And when you expect to lose, guess what? You're going to lose.
Self-fulfilling prophecy right there.
Correct. So, Yeah, mixed. My partner Laura Giltanan and I. She's an Aussie, interesting lady, very good singles player. Lives out in Las Vegas. I think she actually like she's worked in the nightlife scene for quite some time in Las Vegas, and like I think she like helps run the Magic Mike show. Like she like organizes and coordinates and like does all that, which is interesting. She was super sweet. We lost in mixed first round. It was a weird match. I don't know. I think again, like it's so hard, like when you just don't really practice with your partner ever, and you just kind of go out there and hope for the best. I don't know. Like the team we played, I mean, they were like 5'8" and 5'4" or something like that. Like they're a solid team. Um, just felt like we never really established any sort of rhythm out there.
Did
Maybe
you
didn't.
play rec games before? Like to
Yeah, a little bit, but like I got there early on Monday. She got there later because it's like, all
mm,
right, you want to get there early, a full early day to practice with each other, right? But like also you're gonna be there all week. So it's like,
yeah,
how
it's so
early are you
expensive.
getting there? Like exactly. So if you can get there at 5 o'clock and set up. So yeah, again, we're both kind of more singles players. Thought I in particular like could have just played bigger in that match, and I think it could have propelled us to a win. Like I still struggle with that in mixed. And it's even I would say exacerbated more when I don't know the person really well. Like when I
Mm.
know the person really well, like when I play with Ava or like I'm playing with Gio, who I've known for years. Like when I'm playing with a woman that I know really well, I'm more comfortable like playing a more traditional mixed role. I feel like when I'm like playing with a woman that I don't know, like I'm like a little like, yeah, you take it. But like, yeah, if we lose, then she like it's doesn't, you know what I mean?
The partner dynamics are a little bit more of like, oh, like what do you expect? Do you expect me
Right.
to come over? Do you
Do you
not?
want
Like,
correct? And it's like,
yeah.
and we didn't really talk about it, and like that's probably on me and whatever else, but it's like, um, I don't know. I still think my ceiling in mix is very high. But
Hey,
we lost.
you should do this too. I usually because I feel like you would be suited for this. Like I usually tell my partners like, hey, if the opponents are at the baseline, I'm coming over a lot more because I have more time. In the kitchen, I'll do it sparingly, and I'm not gonna like be in a corner, but expect me to play bigger when the opponents are in transition.
Okay, I
And
like that.
because your fourths are so huge that like
I know, and I don't. Like half the time, like
99
I could slide and take a forehand and put the ball
and
away,
crank it.
and
Yeah.
instead I leave the woman for like a bunt
Yeah,
backhand
from
pull on
from
the
her
net, and I'm
knees.
like,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
just God, quit being such a wuss.
Dude, I'm
But
telling
also,
you,
like, I don't want to be, So anyway,
if they don't ever hit behind you, you're not playing big enough. And that's kind of what happened in my last mix match. It was like the first half of the match, they're hitting
yeah,
behind me, and like hitting behind me wasn't like winning the points, but it was like neutralizing a little bit of the offense. And if they never hit behind you, which is what happened in the second half, it means that they feel no pressure, and you're not doing enough, right? So,
right.
um,
Right.
anyway,
So anyway, yeah. Again, like I need to get down to Florida and drill and like I believe in my
or up to
doubles
Cincy.
game or up to Cincinnati. Yeah, but even like that's hard. I got to drive an hour and a half. Like you guys all work and have jobs. Like it's like not well. Like it's not. You guys can play with each other and like drill with your crew. Like you, even if I had like your crew, you guys have just enough pros on the men and the women's side to like make it doable. You do in Cincinnati. I don't have that in Louisville. Like I don't have at this point, like I literally don't really have anyone who's can really push me. I don't. I mean,
Yeah,
it's just a
yeah,
reality. Like um when I play rec games, like I can go out there and tee off and like I'm even if I'm like trying to work on my soft game, like stuff like that. Like I just
yeah.
don't um so yeah, I mean, doubles is something that I'm I'm gonna get there. I'm committed. Anyway, we lost in mix. We won in men's doubles. Me and Jonathan Medina Alvarez,
Love it.
the ageless wonder. We
Also a
actually
Spaniard?
played. Also, no, I think he's Colombian, Venezuela.
Oh, okay, never
I
mind.
don't think he's Spanish. He could
Never
be
mind.
though. Latin American. Anyway, JMA, he's an inspiration, man. That guy's like 43, 44, like still competes at a high level in singles. He looks, he's in much better shape than I am. I can tell you that
He
right away.
gives off warrior vibes. Like the
Dude,
guy is not going down without an absolute fight
no,
to the
man. Yeah,
death.
he calls me Poppy. Come on, Poppy. Dale, Poppy. Like, hey, fuck. This guy, like, he's locked in. He had a coach. Anyway, we played Steve Deacon and Wes Burrows, and I needed revenge on that guy, Steve Deacon. No, I love Steve. He's a legend. But anyway, they're like a 6-1 and a 5-9-8 or something like that. And we cleaned their clocks. We beat them 7-3. And I felt like it was one of the better doubles matches that I've ever played at professional level. One thing that I've realized is like part of the reason that I like playing with a lefty so much is because of the forehand dink in the middle. I'm always confused as to like, is it me? Is it you? Do you want me to take it? Same thing. And when I have somebody that's comfortable, like with their forehand dink in the middle on the left, who's a lefty, like then I can just sit there and cut and roll and like whatever else. And so I thought we played extremely well. And yeah, we beat them pretty bad, 7-3. Segueing into the next day, I played Jack Sock and singles. We were supposed to play at like 11. It was rainy. It was windy. I went home and took a nap. Probably shouldn't have done that. I don't know.
Nap on match day before your match.
Yeah. I don't know. I was in a weird mental space. It's hard to explain. Anyway, I go back. We warm up. There's another giant cell that's like forming. We're like, me and Jack are like, are we going on? Are we not? It's supposed to rain. So we go on. And he's like, we're walking on the court. He's like, it's going to pour in like 5 minutes. And I'm like, all right. So we kind of like half-heartedly hit 2 or 3 balls. And then, here we are. We're playing. And we played and I lost. And I just felt like, it was like 8-5. And I felt like I just like wasn't even there mentally. You know what I mean? Like I started out super duper slow. I was down like 0-4, 0-5, brought it back to 6-all. But even then, like just felt like, I'm like, dude, where's your fire? Like, where's your intensity? Like going back and like, just sort of thinking about the match. I was like, man, you're just a little too happy to be here right now. Like you are, like you have lost that hunger. Just watching some older clips of some matches from the spring or whatever else. I'm like, your level has not changed at all. Like you still can go out there and be the best player in the world in singles. It's just your belief, your energy and your belief is not there. And so going forward, like it was good realization for me to have, because it's like, all right, since I signed PPA, okay, I beat Federico. I've beaten who I was supposed to beat pretty badly. I've lost to De Villiers. I've lost to Stackstrud. I've lost to Jack Sock. Like, I haven't lost to anyone bad. I've lost to basically only top 10 players, but I've just rolled over in second games. I've just not been energetic out there. So that is something that I am going to change this weekend. Like again, are you happy to be on the PPA tour? Just kind of, all right, I'll say hey to everybody on Monday and Tuesday. Everyone knows me. Hey, everybody. Like, I'll do commentary with Mish and then I'll fly home every Thursday. Like, is that what I want my experience to be? Not a bad experience necessarily, but like, or do you want to be a winner? You know what I'm saying? So like, you got to bring energy. You got to bring belief. So much of it, and I know you can attest to this at the highest level, is mental.
Mm-hmm.
Like Chris Hayworth, for example, was down 11-4, 10-7 to John Lucian Goins in the quarters. He saves a match point at 10-7. So he was 1 point away from getting beat bad in the quarters, and he's probably like, all right, like, I beat Saxford again, like, that's good, but lost in the quarters to Goins. Okay, still a lot I can improve on. Ends up winning that match, down a match point, plays Jack Sock the next day, saves 2 more match points, and I guarantee you saving one the day prior had a big factor in that. And then he beats Kristen Alshon. Okay. Hayworth wins the PPA, is now a big story. Okay. Now he's picked up by the Atlanta Bouncers. Think he would have gotten picked up by the Bouncers if he didn't win the tournament? Probably not. It wouldn't have won the tournament if he didn't save match points in the quarters. So what I mean to say is, like, the margin for error is so slim, and so much of it comes down to this. And so I was proud of him for that, because I've seen Chris go the other way, and I've seen myself go the other way recently. It's like, what are we doing out here? You got to be a competitor. So, All right, that was that. I didn't play well. I just didn't play with confidence. It's not that I didn't. I hit a few decent shots, just not playing with confidence.
It's tough because, like, if you're playing pickleball, like, and you're playing tournament after tournament, who goes home on a win? 2 teams, the winners and the bronze medalists. Everyone else ends on a loss. So It's like, if you don't want to end on a loss, you better go do something special and make a run, and like, it's just such a different vibe ending on a loss versus a win. And it's like, yeah, like, are you gonna be happy with like, you know, doing the thing, like, you know, going through the motions, or is it like, are you hungry for more, right? And it's kind of like a constant battle because, you know, to your point, like you said, you beat Fed again. Other than that, you've beaten everyone you're supposed to beat. And for me, it was like, oh, like, I mean, I went 2-2 in the main draw in men's this weekend, and it's like, if you had told me that a year ago, I'd be like, there's just no way. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's what a great tournament. But now that I'm here, it's like, no, I mean, it was fine. Like, you know, but I definitely want more. I definitely feel like I was playing well enough to get more than that. And my partner was playing great too. So it's like, it's just so easy to never be happy and never be satisfied. But it's like, that chase is kind of part of the pleasure, you know, like trying to dissect what went wrong and how to improve both physically and mentally and strategically. Like that's where the joy comes from. And until you figure it out, you're still chasing it.
Sure. Yeah, and look, I mean, obviously, I do think there's a time to look around and smell the roses and be proud of yourself. But like,
right.
I don't know. I feel like you, like, I've never really seen you tank a match. Like, not to say that I like have tanked a match, but like, unless you're like physically like, you know, cramping or whatever, like you're fired up, like getting loud, like cheering on your partner, like every time I've ever seen you play. Like, sometimes I just go out there and I'm like a sack of potatoes. Like I'm just like way too cerebral. So that's my thing. Like, I don't mind losing. Like, I've been beaten plenty. I just don't like the feeling of like, were you even present in that match? Like, you're just
right. It's not a productive loss.
It's like
you didn't.
Yeah. It's like, you know, it's again, just go for your shots, man. Like, go for your shots, win, lose, whatever. Like, quit playing baby ball. That's what I was telling myself. I said, Alex, you've been playing baby ball. Can't win playing baby ball, Kev.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I'll talk about the stupid doubles match. I played a lot of baby ball in that match. So basically, I'm just going to play Ben Johns and Gabe Cardio every single tournament in the second round until, I don't know.
Until you get enough points.
A partner with less points or more points. Right now, the partner range I'm at seems to that we always play Ben Johns and Gabe Cardio. And obviously, like, yeah, I mean, that's not a match that we're going to win, okay? Very often, maybe not ever. I won't say never, but I was also just unhappy with, I had just lost to Jack Sock. It was like 8 o'clock at night. It's dark outside. And I'm like, all right, like, you know. Not
hey,
like,
that's a good conditions. You get Ben Johns in the dark. Like, he doesn't like that lighting.
He can see just fine. Well, the problem is I can't see the ball either. I got glasses in 4th grade, and I thought I looked stupid. I never wore them. I probably still need them. But again, disappointed with my mental. The reality is this: me and JMA could go out there and play well with high intensity and lose 11-1, 11-1. I just felt like I was just kind of like, all right, let me get beat by Ben and Gabe. It's like, you know, Alex, you're living a dream. Who's the one guy he has on Instagram? He's like, day 7,044 of playing pickleball every day till I play Ben Johns in a tournament. There's a
really?
guy. Yeah, he has a whole account. He has like 10 followers, but somehow I keep seeing it. Nice. And, you know, this is a dream. You're on center court in front of 100 people or whatever it is, playing against the best team in the world, pretty much undisputedly. Like, bring some fire, man. Like, bring some fire. Go out there and play like it's a game of rec. Like,
go ruin their days.
Right. Or just, yeah.
So the target's on them, not on you.
And just play smarter. Don't drive every single ball. Like, I read the comments on the YouTube video and I was like, I need to stop because they're going to get worse. They're like, Crum is they're like, Crum just doesn't know what he's doing. I'm like, listen. And then some people were like, well, he knows he's screwed at the kitchen line, but still, like, make him dink a few, like, have some long points. I don't know. I was also just same thing in the Jack match. Very disappointed with my energy and belief in that match. And guess what? Draw for Vegas. I guess who I'm going to play second round if we win our first round? Ben Johns and Gabe Tardio. So I can guarantee you in that match, I don't care if I lose 11-0, 11-0, I will bring two things, Kevin: energy and belief.
I love it.
I'm locked in. I'm bringing energy, but I pray for whoever has to play me in Atlanta this week.
Hey, bring that Ted Lasso belief sign and just keep it in your bag so you can remember to believe.
Energy and belief. You gotta want to be out there, want to win, man. Baby ball.
Mm-hmm.
No more baby ball for me. So
Love
anyway,
it.
that was my driving home, Virginia Beach. Not a fun drive, by the way. I actually like Virginia Beach, all right, but the drive like is just like the entire time.
Mountains, yeah.
Yes, the whole time, pretty much,
Oy.
except for like the last hour. So yeah, I felt like I had a good week of practice, like more intentional, more fired up, like played a lot of singles, and yeah, tomorrow morning I drive to Atlanta for the Lifetime Open, which I'm just very excited to see what the whole thing is about. $50,000 to the grand prize winner, which would certainly go a long way. So, yeah, I like my chances as much as anyone's, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. And I feel like playing 3 out of 5 games, like mentally for me, will be like such a big relief. I don't know. Like, we'll see what happens when I get out there. But like in singles, even more so than in doubles, I feel like in singles, I'm like, if I have a bad 4 or 5 points, like it feels like that could be the match sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you
Just
know,
not
like,
that much
well,
margin.
and the points are short. And so like in doubles, at least, like, I don't know. I feel like it's you have a little bit more time. Like, you know what I mean? You're gonna side out a little bit here and there, like typically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas in singles, I'm like, man, like, all right, I'm down 6-1. Like, gosh, it's gonna be hard to win this match. And it's like the match just started 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Whereas with 3 out of 5, like hypothetically, I could go out there and have a horrible first game and then sit down on the bench and think, okay, they still have to beat me in 2 more games to 11.
Yeah.
So now, however, if I go to a game 5 on like day number 2, I may end up like our buddy Slutsky on the ground. Let's hope not. But anyway, like I think the 3 out of 5 format should be beneficial for me. So
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, I mean, most of the big names are in it. Not everybody, but you've got Garnett in there. You've got Federico in there. You got Hayworth in there. Batia's in there. Grayson. You got a lot of big names in there, so should be fun.
Alex Crum, that chump.
I got to buy. Well, I didn't get a buy. I'm a seed, but I don't know who I play.
Nice.
I play a
Well,
qualifier, but
I
might
didn't,
be.
I didn't realize they had qualifiers for this.
Yeah, it's tomorrow. Might be. Might be Rafa Leonard, who's playing some good ball right now. That'd be a tough
Yeah.
match.
Yeah.
I hope it's not him, but I don't care. I'm going to beat whoever's in front of me this week, Kevin, with 2 things: energy and belief.
There you go.
I've been telling my
you,
dad that all week. I've been saying, Gordy, what are you doing today? I said, whatever you do, you better do it with E and B, baby.
When's the first first match for you? Is
Friday at like 8:45. So it's 2 a day. So you play 2 Friday, 2 Saturday, 2 Sunday.
I'm gonna text you energy and belief every morning.
Dude, you freaking yeah, do it. Text me in between matches, energy and belief. I'm bringing it the whole weekend here. So
Sounds good. Do you want to talk about paddles now for a hot
yes,
minute?
let's do it. And well,
Okay.
Team Proton for life. But Kevin, we'll go ahead and dive into your.
Okay.
See that beautiful flamingo in the background there. Oh, there's a few. Oh, there's 3.
Oh, you're right. Okay. Just want a quick little spiel on some paddles. So honestly, I'm just gonna tell you right now, I have a huge bias towards power paddles because at the pro level, all the extra pop for my game style, being able to counter everything, makes a big difference. So I have a huge bias towards power paddles. Are power paddles the best thing for every amateur? Probably not. I will say Apes Pulse V, or really just the Apes Pulse series, like this sweet spot is the entire paddle. It's somewhat poppy. I put it at like the top end of all court paddles, but it's not like a power paddle, especially not for serves and drives. But if you miss a shot, it's because of you, not because of the paddle. And for that reason, I'm just saying, I feel like this is like the ultimate amateur paddle. Especially if you're under 5'0" and you're not a tennis player or not, you don't have any sort of racket sports background and you're not out here banging and driving the ball, this is probably a good paddle for almost every amateur. But obviously, if you're going to the power paddle territory, by the way, I just want to preface this with, yes, some of these companies have paid me money in the past, but none of them are actively paying me to say anything about their paddles. This is just all exclusively what I think. I'm a totally free agent. So just FYI. All right. Yola Pro 4, this is like the baseline for like what a good power paddle is, right? Could definitely play with, like, all the other ones are things I'm considering playing the next tournament with. Arma is like a poppier Yola Pro 4, but a little bit less stable, so it needs a lot more weight on the sides to help it actually like be stable for like dinks and resets and all that stuff. I just got these two Thrive Furies, and I just tried them today. So very
same? Are they like, is 114, 116 or what?
No, this one is elongated, and this one is a hybrid. And I thought I was gonna like the elongated more.
I like the curve, man. What does the curve do? All my paddles I really liked. I like a little bit of a curve.
I don't know the exact science on it, but
every paddle I've ever liked. I stink with the straight squares. Let's see. This
you
one,
have a straight.
No, it's not, dude. No, it's not, dude. There's a little bit of a. It's not a. There's a little bit of a curve there. There's a little bit of a.
That's the same as this.
Nope, tiny curve.
Okay.
You
anyway,
might be right.
Okay, very initial.
But it is like a hybrid shape, though. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, very initial first impression is that this is kind of like a more stable and grittier Pro 4. So I'm already kind of like, okay, ruling out the Pro 4. I'm not saying that the Pro 4 is not a good paddle. I'm just saying that there's a ton of good paddles on the market now, and I'm finally a free agent, so I can try all of them, which I'm having a ton of fun doing. For some reason, I like the hybrid more because it was so stable and poppier than the elongated, but I'm going to add a lot more weight to the elongated, probably in the butt cap and on the side a little bit to see if I can get more out of it. And then last but not least, I just competed with the boomstick. Also a great paddle, very poppy, very powerful. When it is fresh, the grit is insane. But right now, like after a week and a half of playing with it, this part is super gritty because I never hit there. The sweet spot is super smooth. So it's like, I would love to see someone in the paddle space truly innovate and like figure out how to get grit to last longer. Because every single day I played with a boomstick, it was like playing with a new paddle. Like the grit just changes so drastically. Like I'm not quite sold on the Infinite Grit. Objectively, still a great paddle every single day I used it. But it just changes so much with the grit that it's like, okay, like here we are adjusting again. Like
I'll tell you, the flamingo stays gritty for a long time, but there's currently a war on grit on my side of town. So I don't know. I don't know what. But anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all interesting. I'm interested to see like how it will we go away from the power? Will we go to spin? Like how will it, how will it progress in the next 3 to 4 years? It's kind of like what I think about like video games, right? Like I think the graphics for video games have been pretty similar for the last 5 years. Do you get to a point where it's like, all right, the next step would be like total virtual reality, like headset, but people don't want that. People like their console. People like their, so like as far as paddles go, it's like, what are you really gonna do to a paddle in 5 years? Like what, but somebody will do something, I'm sure. But I just
look, part of the reason why I'm so biased towards power paddles is because like sweet spots and like consistency is getting better. Where like, okay, no matter where you hit it on the paddle face, a lot of the times, if you weight it up correctly, like the consistency across the face is usually pretty good now, better than before. And like for me, it's like, okay, I'm kind of a more control-oriented player sometimes, so I feel like I can control that as long as it's consistent. And like if the performance is there with like power and pop, the next thing you need is durability and spin. And that's where anyone that can figure out durability and spin, I think that's going to be the paddle company that cracks the code and like wins a huge market share, because everyone's getting performance now. Like all these paddles are good.
Yeah, but you could also make the argument like the durability, like is that really a smart move for the paddle manufacturers? Like is it?
For the pro players? No, it doesn't matter. Pros will, like the top pro players are going to be playing with whatever they get 20 paddles of every 2 weeks or whatever. Like for the mass market where people have to buy their paddles, yeah, like durability is a factor. Like, I mean, like it doesn't have to last for 2 years, but it definitely has to last longer than 2 months, like the Yola Pro 4 right now.
And how do you feel about the little like the Reload, the Christine Maddox paddle, where they just?
Yeah, I mean, I actually have one. I mean, it's not a bad paddle, but it's not like at the top end of performance either.
Right.
So like I actually don't mind the paddle at all. Like if I had to play with it, I would be totally functional. But like I'm too much of a paddle nerd right now I just want to try everything.
Yeah.
But
you hear that, paddle companies, send Kevin your paddle. He'll give you his honest thoughts.
Yeah, and if you want to stick around for future episodes, we got the RPM coming, the James Ignatowicz brand that has a new paddle.
I feel like you're going to become an RPM guy.
You never know. Eric Lang and Casey Diamond beat me and Etienne using 2 RPMs, and they were
Eric Lang was
definitely hot. Yeah, they're pretty hot.
It's how every paddle now sounds the freaking same. Drives me crazy. I'm waiting for somebody to come out with a paddle that just sounds not like that. Like when you hit the ball, it's like gong. Like it just right. Because right now everything is dunk, dunk, dunk. I hate that sound. That's not how a pickleball hitting a paddle should sound. It should not sound like me throwing a golf ball in a pond. It shouldn't. Why? Yeah. Why are we doing that? I
don't know. But I'll be curious. I think that sound? I'm fine with the sound, honestly. Like, I mean, it's fun when it's loud, but like, if it's a little more bassy, it's nice.
Flamingo, it doesn't sound like that when the flamingo comes through the air. It's more of a crack.
There you go.
Book. Yeah. Book. All right, Kevin. Well, okay, go on. Anything else?
Last thing. RPM on the way and a 6-0 black opal. And I'm very interested in the black opal, 1, because I've heard it's very poppy, so that goes right into my game style. But 2, because it's supposed to have some sort of like diamond dust like thing on their paddle face that keeps the grit lasting longer. So I don't know if that's the formal terminology that they're using, but that would be awesome if, in theory, diamonds are a very hard surface, and if that's not going to wear down against a little plastic ball, then that'd be great. But TBD.
Yeah, well, somebody had one of the rubies, and that thing was incredibly gritty, and it looked like there might have been a few Flintstones sprinkled in through that surface. But I also felt the face of an opal, and it was very, 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 very smooth. So, if you can hit a forehand over the net with that paddle, you let me know.
Okay. Well, I have one on the way, so thoughts will be shared later.
It's cool looking, but anyway.
Yeah. All right.
Well, guys, thanks for joining us again. Kev has Mesa coming up in about 2 weeks?
3 weeks.
3 weeks. Okay.
Early November.
Early November. Okay. I've got Atlanta. I fly to Vegas on Monday for that, and then a week later I have the Worlds. So we'll check in with you guys next week. But I want all of you guys to carry 2 things into your work week, into your personal lives: energy and belief.
Let's do it. E and B,
Kevin,
baby.
You do the same.
E and B.
We'll revisit this when I'm flexing with 50K.
Making it rain.
Taking everybody to McDonald's. And the last thing, did you ever play the McDonald's game as a kid?
Yeah, the Monopoly
game. Yeah. So it's back, and me and my mom, like, that used to be our thing. And like I just found out about this a couple days ago, and I've already been to McDonald's like 8 times.
Oh my God.
Buying soft drinks, dude. We used to I was convinced. I was like, I'm gonna get the Boardwalk or the Park Place, and we're gonna be millionaires.
Mm-hmm.
Never happened. Although now everything's on an app, which takes a little bit of the magic away. Like, you have to scan it.
Yeah, you want to be able to peel that thing off the fries.
Well, you can peel it off, but I wanted to be able to put it on the physical board. Now you take the piece off, take a picture of the piece, put it in the app. Anyway.
All right,
guys. Episode 19. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.
E and B.
So that's not a little bored. That sucks. Life's tough. Last thing I need is more stuff. It's true. I need a little more time with you and more rose with my lunch. One piece of mind. Sometimes